Hello everybody and welcome to the video. So today we are here on the beginner's account. I believe this is episode 12 of the beginner's adventure series, and we got quite a bit to talk about. So first things first, I do want to address that I know it has been 3 days since I've updated beginner's adventure series, and I said it was only going to be every 2 days. Yesterday I had a big thing where I was going to get my car checked. I mean, they changed all 4 tires, did an oil change and all that, and I was just exhausted by the time I came home. I mean, I barely got my Ep.12 video out, so I do apologize for anybody who was looking forward to it, but I promise you it was just a temporary one-time thing, so do keep that in mind. So now getting into the video, what have I done since the previous video? Since the previous video, I've kind of been testing Naomi in a couple teams, really trying her out, which I want to kind of get into in this video, but there's still a lot of stuff I got to do on this account. First things first, a lot of people were suggesting builds for Naomi and all that stuff, which I kind of want to get into later, but let's first start off with runes. So since the last video, I have been trying to rune some other units differently. I believe Veramos is back on HP, if you guys didn't know already. He has okay crit rate, okay crit damage. I think HP is ultimately the best build for him, because at the end of the day, it's important for him to survive in the Abyss hard floor, and for me, I feel like he might not be surviving all that well, because he has low HP when you build him on a damage type build, you know? So I'm switching him to HP. I think that'll be best for him. I think he'll still get out a pretty good amount of damage, regardless if he's HP or attack. Maybe in the future he goes on a different set, but at the moment he is speed, crit damage, HP. Again, these are his runes. So yeah, the Wind Rocket Jaw. Now, he is probably an odd build for some people, and look at this, broken rune set, yay, because this account needs so many speed runes, and all of them are Fatal Blade or Despair, right, which not too many of my units use those, so I built him. The Wind Rocket Jaw is, I'm sorry about that, is temporary, meaning that I'm not going to have him built for long. Reason being is just me personally, while he is a usable unit, it's just like there are way better units. The only reason he's even built is to help with Shannon's 2A, because I am aiming for Shannon next, and I've been seeing where I can get with Shannon, but I mean, we could look here. Let's look at HP, let's look at wind units that recover HP, right? And obviously they're going to be 5 stars. They're going to be nat 5s that recover HP, but there's not too many wind units that recover the HP of all of its allies. And again, that are wind, because if you recall, Shannon's 2A, if you don't know already, requires you to have units of the same attribute. So I can't bring in Frond. Like, we could look at this real quick. Like, if I wanted to bring a healer, I can't bring Frond. Can't bring Lulu. It has to be someone of the same attribute, and Rocketjaw is probably the safest. I'll be testing him off screen, but by the time we do Shannon's 2A, and I show you guys the runs, I think Rocketjaw is a pretty good unit. I mean, you can skill him up fairly easy. And he could also be used in some other bits of content, which we might be using him in later. Keep your eyes open for that, right? Other than that, though, Naomi has gotten slightly better runes, so she does have 1900 attack and slightly more crit damage. I've been really trying to make sure her runes are good. Like, this one could be way different, but like all of these are pretty decent. I'll let you guys take a look at the grindstone. So plus 7% from a grind. But this is kind of how I want Naomi to look. Her ultimate build in the end, which a lot of people have been like, hey, you should build Naomi like this. I know how Naomi needs to be built. I'm going to be honest with you. I already know. Fatal fatal energy in the beginning, and then rage energy or rage will or rage focus, whatever, end game, right? You want to get her on rage because you want her to do crit damage. I don't have access to rage. I need to I need to actually have Naomi. I need to have not a dragon team, a Necropolis team, which I don't have yet. We've barely gotten giants done. But I just wanted to state that because I know some people are suggesting builds or telling me, hey, you should do this or that. It's like, trust me, I already know kind of what I'm going to be doing for a lot of the beginner's adventure. But other than that, I've been testing out these this team and all that stuff everywhere else. So I will say this, like, if you take a look here, 17 days, we're above 2 weeks. Right here, we did triple S the water beast, the ice beast, and it is fairly consistent. I mean, sometimes it gets an A+, but most of the time it gets a triple S. So we could take a look at the run. We'll do this. I'll let you guys take a look at the run because it sometimes they win, which they win a majority of the time, but there will be a rare time every once in a while where they'll just get an A+, which is fine by me. As long as we can start getting some enchanted gems, that's all I really care about. But let's take a look at this run. So when it comes to defeating the ice beast, you got to look out for his frost breath. He'll place a frost breath on all allies, which when he attacks, if the ally, first of all, doesn't have immunity on and they still have some of that frost breath on them, which is that blue bar that you saw on them, they can get frozen, which means that there are going to be some turns that you take that you're not doing any damage at all. So you got to be careful with that. And the way you counteract this, so I'm going to turn down the volume. The way you counteract this is that you bring units that boost attack bar or increase the speed of your entire team. So potentially speed lead could work. But again, you just want to bring, you want your team to move as fast as possible, which is important. That or just have a constant state of immunity. Veramos would not work here because Veramos can't do anything against inability effects. But units like Bernard are very good here. Megan wouldn't be that bad of a unit here. The witch. Those units work perfectly fine, right? But this is the team for now. And I think it's just we need to get them slightly better runes. We can get them on a little bit better runes, especially Sabrina and maybe even the Wind Homunculus. I think this team would be pretty consistent with Triple S, but I would just need to figure out what else I could do to prevent them from getting frozen all the time. But let's keep watching the rest of the battle. So this is looking like it's going to be an A+ at best. Yeah, I can't imagine that we're going to win. And the problem here is that Frond is just a little bit too squishy. So it's just like when she dies and all that stuff, it's impossible for us to win. And he dies. Okay, fair enough. But we do get Triple S on this most of the time. It's just in this situation we didn't. But we can improve more in the future. It's just for right now, that's what we're doing. Which I'm kind of okay with this. What I believe that we should be doing over the course of the next few days is continuously improving runes, potentially find different units to take into these into the Rift Beast. That, or we could potentially start working on dragons or Necropolis. But I think what needs to be happening is that I find not a different healer, but like potentially some way to prevent our units from just getting frozen, because being frozen and missing out on tons of damage is a problem. Because I've triple S'd it, and I'm assuming a lot of those triple S's that I'm getting are from my team's not getting frozen, from Sabrina or Talia, whatever, not proccing out of the immunity. So that's something I got to figure out, probably get here by the next video. So by the next video, what I would like to have done is probably figured out an answer for that. Potentially have Shannon's 2A ready to, start and have some better runes on some more units. But until then, that's pretty much it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.